Hey guys, welcome back. I'm gonna be doing more element readings. Um, just like usual, guys. With the element readings, these are for your sun, your moon, your rising, or even your Venus. Take what does resonate with you, what doesn't resonate. Just leave and try one of your other elements. It's possible that today your rising might be what resonates with you. Okay. So right now I'm going to be focusing on water signs, and I'm going to be doing these just slightly different. I'm going to be doing small readings for each sign instead. Okay. All right. So let's get started. All right. Let's start with Cancer. All right, Spirit, what do you want to say to our Cancer? Come on. I know we got something for Cancer. You don't want to speak to Cancer today? I'm sure they would appreciate it. Thank you. Ooh. Got you. Can I get one more? Okay. Okay. All right. All right, you gotta pop all the way, please. Okay, one more, please. And you gave me two. All right, we'll just take them. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so Cancer. I feel like right now you are in the process of making a big life change. I feel like you are trying to get out of a current situation that you're in. I feel like you are in maybe a karmic relationship currently that has left you pretty fucked up. Let me just see if I can get two more cards, because I feel like there's more to this story. Can I get two more, please? That's interesting. Got a celebration coming up. I feel you being very torn. Why does that come to my mind? I feel like there's an imbalance here, and you're trying to seek that balance. And this new path that you're wanting to go on, there's someone that you're very attracted to. But there is a competition here. Like, I don't feel like they may be free, or maybe you're not free to really act on it. But I feel like this person is your soulmate. And you need to free yourself from the bond, the clutches of this karmic energy that is trying to hold you. Because there is a love offer that is on the table here. I feel like, honestly, I feel, I keep being drawn back to the devil here. I really do feel like this is a karmic. This is somebody who maybe used sex as a weapon against you in a way. I feel like this is someone who is very deceitful and used sex as a way to deceive you, and try to hold on to you. It's time to make that change. It's time to make that change. It's time to let that person go. Okay, that was a karmic. It's time to let that go. It's time to keep moving on. I do see that there is a possibility here, also considering we've got both of these cards coming out here, that there might be some kind of legal aspects to this breakup, maybe a divorce. Okay, maybe that's what it is. You need to divorce this person. You might be tied to this person with financial stuff. Maybe, you know, you're not married, but you own something together and you're having to divide those assets. They kind of maybe hold that over your head a little. There is some element of legal, like a legal document of some kind that is kind of keeping you connected to this person. But I do feel like it's time for you to go ahead and cut it. Cut your losses. It might cost you some money, but it's worth it in the end, because, you know, this person's going to definitely be worth it. It's interesting that the center card here, like of the whole box here, the center card is the Five of Wands. That is a lot of fighting. That is a lot of competition. That's a lot of, like, you're going to have to fight your way out of this, okay? It's not going to be easy, you know? But the good things in life are not easy, okay? You can't just sit back and take the fucking easy way all the time, okay? If it comes to you easy, it generally is not right, okay? Anything worth anything in this life, you have to fight for, you know? The value you put on to something depends on how hard you had to work to get it. Okay, does that make sense? I used to tell people this. I always used to use this analogy of like self-worth and such, or giving your self-worth. Something that you get easy, like maybe a vase. Think of two vases, one from like the dollar store, and the other from like, I don't know, like Crate and Barrel. Okay, one you paid like $1 for, the other you paid like maybe $200 for. Which one are you going to treat better? Which one are you going to value more? Which one? Or maybe that came from Tiffany's. Let's bump that up. It's a Tiffany vase, okay? And you spent like $2,000 on it versus that $1 that you got from the fucking dollar store. They both function in the exact same way, but one is higher value. Okay, one you put more value on because you had to spend more on it. You had to work harder for the money to pay for that. Okay, and so therefore you're going to value that more versus a thing that came into your life super easy, or it was just like something that was free with, you know, some flowers somebody gave you sometime. You know, like you're not going to put any value on that, right? So I think when it comes to relationships, the same thing works. If a relationship comes in and they're just easy, you know, they make your life, you don't have to like work, you don't have to like advance yourself, you don't have to, you know, be your higher self. They don't expect you to be any better than what you are. They don't help you grow. There's no growth. They don't expect you to grow. That's a relationship that has no value. Okay, because without growth, there is no value. However, this relationship is going to take effort. It's going to take you fighting to get out of the current situation and then fighting to get this person in your life. Okay, so you can have this connection. It's worth it. It's worth it. And you're going to be happier in life. Okay, just my advice. All right, let's get a message. I love these. These are so cute. These are cute. Let's see what these little angel messages, a little angel message we've got for our Cancer today. Ooh, shit. That is way too much. I'm just going to take the top one and flip the rest of those back over. Well, and that one definitely wanted to come out, so we'll just take it. All right. Look at that. All right. Love is always the answer. Let it guide your thoughts, words, and actions. It's interesting, especially considering the reading we just did. All right. Speak your truth with love and confidence. Your voice matters more than you realize. I think that's very important for this too. But again, you have to fight for this person. Part of fighting for that person is telling them what you feel. Okay. Just getting an Akashic record real quick for our Cancer, and then we'll move on to Scorpio. Reflection. All right. Reflection. You're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflect on the mirror. Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. Yeah, I think that is important for this relationship too. I think you need to take a moment to sit back and really examine the current relationship you're in, and then examine the person that you're wanting to be with, that person, that soulmate that you know you need to fight for, and really decide what it is the fuck you want. Because this can pass you by. Okay, that can pass you by. Just because they're your soulmate, does not mean that they're going to wait for you. Most people have more than one soulmate. So if you're not going to step up, someone else will. And this person is going to leave. Okay, and they're going to go find their happy ever after. And you'll be stuck in a miserable karmic relationship, unfortunately for you. So, okay. All right, I hope that helps. I never understand somebody sticking in a fucking karmic. You know, I get it. They're easy, but Jesus. I have seen the damage that a karmic will do to your ass. Oh, my poor brother went through a karmic. Actually, 2. And they fucking ripped his life fucking apart. Ruined him. Actually, more than that shit. He had a bad habit of picking up fucking karmics. Anyways. But, yeah, the last one really did a doozy on him. Bless him. But, you know what? Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you can get your shit together. Thank God he finally did. Anyways, alright. Let's get Scorpio here. Alrighty. Alright, ooh, Scorpio. Hello. Throwing them at me. Alright. Scorpio. What on earth? Oh my. Okay. Well, that's interesting. What we got for our Scorpio? Interesting. That's oddly interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, well, I definitely see Scorpio. I see some of you guys, there's a love offer coming in for you, okay? And I do feel like it's something that you have to kind of defend. You have to defend yourself with this connection. There's a lot of haters. You see here, some haters over here. And I feel like, I don't feel like this is you, but I feel like this is what people are assuming of you. That you're just marrying this person, or you just want to be with this person for their money. Okay. I don't think that that's the case for you. Honestly, I do feel like this is a well-balanced relationship. Yes, I mean, he or she is prosperous. It is a prosperous connection. And I think because of that, it gives people the illusion that you are in this connection only for that money. But I don't think that is the case. I think you feel very fortunate. And this person cares for you a great deal. Maybe or maybe it's you that's the one that has the money. You know, it's possible you're the one who has the money, and people are like, oh, they're a gold digger. You know, they want your money. They're trying to take you for this, or take you for a fool, and so on and so forth. But I do feel like there's a lot of success. Like, you are someone who has a lot of success, or that person has a lot of success, financial success. But that doesn't mean that that the relationship is any false, or the person's in this connection for that reason. Okay. So I do feel like you're going to have to stand your ground, okay, against these people that are hating on you, and don't allow them to mess with you, okay? Because I feel like that's what's happening here. You know, they're trying to mess with your head a little, okay? But I do see this love offer coming in, okay? So don't let them sway you, okay? Don't let someone else sway you here, because I feel like this person could be good for you. I don't feel like, I mean, this is pretty positive. I just get really good energy off of this right here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel this person's very prosperous. I don't know. This is a relationship that is going to take some hard work. Okay. You're going to have to stand your ground. It is more balanced. I get the balanced. It is very balanced connection. So don't let people like fuck with you. Okay. Like, I feel like this is like a dream come true for you. Okay. And so don't let people poo poo all over your, your connection, your happiness. All right. I just feel like, yeah, that competition, that threat's coming from external forces here who are they're just jealous. They're just jealous over your success, you know, in love and prosperity, money wise. So, okay, let's see. We have a little message here. All right, so little angel message here. You are a powerful creator of miracles. Your thoughts and intentions carry immense power to shape your reality. I like that. You do seem like, honestly, the energy that I'm getting off of this, it does feel like you're someone who is very firm, very much a Scorpio. You're very living up to your Scorpio name, though. Like, you know, that, don't fuck with this person. That's what I kind of get, impression I'm getting here. All right, deception. That's interesting. All right, you're not seeing the entire picture of a person or situation. It may be purposefully withheld from you, or maybe you're choosing to look the other way or betray yourself in some way. It's time to gain clarity. I think this is right. Honestly, like, but I don't feel like this is your partner. I feel like this is the doubters, like possibly your hater friends. Be careful of that. You know, there's somebody in your life. I keep feeling like there's somebody in your life that is very jealous and very spiteful. And they might be trying to poison your mind to this connection. Don't let them do that. You know, maybe they're trying to guilt you, like, oh, you think you're too good for us now, you know, that type mentality. You know, oh, well, you with this rich dude and you too good for us, or, you know, oh, you know, whatever. I feel like you need to cut out the haters. Okay, you need to just drown them out of your mind. Okay, so I hope that made sense for somebody here. I hope that resonated with you, because I do feel like there is someone who is feeling like they keep running their head against the wall with this friend, or maybe it's even a family member. It could be a family member. Family, just because they're family doesn't mean that they won't hate on you for having a little success or having a little bit of luck and love, especially if that luck comes with a good income. You know, like, oh, they think they're too good for us now. What, you marry Richie Rich over there? You know, that type of thing is what's coming to my head. All right, let's do Pisces real quick. All right, Spirit, can you give me something for Pisces, please? What do you want to tell Pisces? What do you want to tell Pisces? Okay, all right. That's interesting. That's an interesting combination. That's for fucking sure. What is that? I don't like that energy. Jesus, what is that? Huh. Okay. All right. Spirit, what are you trying to tell me with all of that? Let's see. All right. Pisces. What can you tell me? Oh, almost. Oh. It's too much and they're both flat down. Let's get something popping up, please. All right, I did ask for popping up, didn't I? That's interesting. You coming out? Yep. It's interesting. I don't put my cards in reverse. Have 3 cards coming out in reverse is odd. All right, 2 more, please. Nope, it's too much. Too much. One at a time, please. Just 1 more. Really? All right, I'm going to take what sits up on top. All right, well, apparently we want to do more than just 6. So let's go ahead and even this out with 9. 2 more, please. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Sorry for taking the Lord's name in vain, but good God. What the actual fuck, Pisces? Okay, well, first off, you're gonna have a breakup here. I see a breakup coming in. I feel like this could be because of maybe your ambition was a bit too much. Maybe that's what I was getting here. I feel like there is a... All right, so I'm gonna have to... Sorry, if you've been watching my stuff, you know I get kind of blunt at times, and I'm gonna have to be blunt on this one. Yeah, your ambition kind of fucked you up pretty hard. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I see a breakup happening here. Okay, definitely see betrayal. A lot of betrayal here. That's not good. Oh, Jesus, Lord of mercy. I feel like a secret of yours is coming out. I think that's something you've been trying to hide. Something you've been trying to hide is coming out. It's being revealed. Oof, Lord of mercy. Yeah. The swords are communications. Okay, so communication here. And I feel like there is a communication of a secret, something that happened in your past, something you've been holding on to, and you haven't wanted a betrayal of some kind. Again, I feel like it's coming to light. Yeah, there's been a lot of deception here, okay? Like these two cards together is not a coincidence, especially with the death card here. This is an ending. You've got an ending. You've got the Ten of Swords, it's just a breakup card anyways, and then you add that with death. This is an ending of a relationship. And I do feel like this is your own fault. Okay, this is your own fault. This is something that you did that caused this breakup to take place. So I know the desire is to try to push the blame off on somebody else, but I think, honestly, I think your ambition got too much. It's possible your partner has money, maybe status, and you got greedy. Your ass got greedy. The spotlight. You like the attention, okay? I got you wanting that attention. I know it says Queen rising here, stepping into power. I don't feel like you're a true queen. I think you want to be the queen. I think you want to be the queen bee. You want to have this like energy that you are like the top dog and you are this and that. And you want that spotlight. You like that attention that it's giving you. But the way that you went about it was deceptive. Okay. And that shit brings bad karma on your ass. Okay. You have to be careful of how you deal with people. Okay. And the way that you go about certain things in your life, how you've gained certain things, okay? When you go about gaining something through greed, through deception, through lies, again, lies, greed, deception. I mean, Jesus, yeah. And that message is coming out. I mean, it's going to feel like it's coming out of nowhere. Like it's like going to sideswipe your ass pretty hard. I mean, I'm warning you now. But even with this warning, I do feel like you might be like, where the fuck did that come out of? Where did that come from? How did this come out? Yeah. Jesus Christ. I feel like you were very, very dishonest. You did some pretty backhanded things to try to get your way. And it is quite literally crumbling around you at this moment. Yeah, everything's falling apart. Everything's falling apart. And it's... You know this connection's not right for you. That's what I keep feeling like, is you knew this connection wasn't right. You were resisting that, letting this go. I do feel like you have fond memories of this connection. You want to hold on to that. Maybe it started off really good. But it wasn't meant to last. Like, this is a karmic connection for sure. I mean, keep mentioning karmic connections. A lot of our connections with your fellow man, with people, are karmic, unless it's your soulmate. They're usually meant to come in and teach you a lesson and for you to grow and so on and so forth. Some of us learn them and we, move on. But I find more and more today in today's society, especially because of the way that our culture has changed from settling down and getting married and so on and so forth, to having these casual long-term relationships where we get in, we date somebody for like 5-10 years. You're even living with them. You're simulating marriage, but you're not really there, and those feelings aren't truly there. It's just more like passing time with each other. And I keep warning against that mentality. Like, don't do that shit. Okay? Because you are ruining your chances of future happiness by locking yourself down with someone who is not your person. Okay? Never lock yourself down with someone who is your person, because your person can come into your life and walk right the fuck back out while you are entertaining these type relationships. Okay? So I know we like thinking we're so advanced, we're so progressive in these days, but really, only thing you're doing is harming yourself. Okay? I'm not saying go get married right away, but I am saying be single. Be single for a while. Allow yourself the opportunity to meet the people that you're supposed to meet. Okay? And you won't do that if you are locked down with someone who is not your person. Okay? You're not going to do that. You're not going to find your one while you are with someone else, because your one is going to come in and they're going to see you're taken, and they're going to go right back out that fucking window, right out that door, excuse me. And I feel like that's what's happening here, is that happened to you and your partner, and now you're in it's all because of this greediness on your end. This greedy, you want the money, you want the fame, you want the spotlight, you want all this shit. Jesus. Okay. All right, well, maybe there'll be a nice, pretty message with these angel messages for you, because they tend to give us nice things. So maybe they'll give you some nice advice. Oh, all right. I just flipped over right here. Get two of them, actually. Okay, your journey inspires others. Walk with grace and courage, knowing you're making a difference. Maybe as to what not to do. Yeah, that's inspiring, because right now, looking at this, what not to do, that should inspire everybody what not to do. Don't do this shit. Don't do that shit. That's bad karma. Don't do that shit. If it's not right, don't try to force it. Okay? And definitely don't get in relationships for that. Like, what can you do for me? That's no reason to be in a fucking relationship. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyways. Let's see. Honor your feelings and emotions. They are a form of communication from your inner being. Yeah, I can see your inner self trying to warn you. Okay? It's our trying to warn you, like, hey, this ain't right. All right, Pisces. See what the Akashic Records have to tell you. An Akashic record for this Pisces, or any Pisces, really. It doesn't have to be just this Pisces. All right, got anything for them? Please, pretty please. Let's stand your ground. Stand your ground. There's something you want to fight for, yet you're choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. Okay. I don't think that's a bad idea for anybody, honestly. If you don't stick up for yourself, nobody else will, that's for sure. Okay, so, yeah, this one was a little bit heavier. I hope that the message reaches the right person, the right messages within this reach the right person. It could be multiple people, but different messages for different people. Again, this could be your sun, your moon, your rising, or even your Venus. So check out your different elements, okay? All right, guys. As always, be blessed. Bless others. Take care.